So we're on day 12 with Tex here, and he's making a really super nice mule. Bunch of people having a big episode over him and stuff, and all upset about him. He's for 12 days of training, he's just doing an outstanding job. Already out on the trails, really naturally bold, takes a leadership role. I couldn't be more impressed with him. He was really wanted to be real waspy. He wanted to be. It was really bad to kick really easy. So all of that stuff he's just really getting over. He's starting to be really kind and affectionate. So I'm really excited about that. He's starting to really loosen up and relax. Just not being waspy. His skin is staying real loose. It's not wanting to move around for me. Doing good. So a couple things. I just want to point this out. Just a couple things people are saying. One, people were saying about this 3-second rule. Nothing like that is ever set in stone and stuff. And for one, perhaps people are talking about horses versus mules, you know. But the other thing is, I think that's set up as an ideal deal, and I think actually they mean you can strike on it or whatever you're going to do, whip it with a flag or rope or whatever it is that they want you to do for 3 seconds and not over it. You know, you don't want to spend, you know, a minute or two continually fighting with it. But you know, when you go to get on, you know, I think that's for a drill where you got something, you know, it's a kicker, you're going to work on kicking, and so you go ahead and you put him against the a wall or a trailer or whatever it is you got him tied to, and you take your flag and you put it down there and they kick the flag, and so you pop him with the flag, you know, for 3 seconds or whatever. So you want to do that pretty quickly. But you know, if you're at the spur of the moment, you don't have a whip, you don't have a rope, you don't have things on, you're actually thinking you're going to mount and ride around, and you go to get mounted, and it kicks you, and then it tries to bolt off, and you've got to deal with being kicked and in the groin, and then you've got to deal with stopping it from bolting. You got to get it turned around and get it faced up. It might take you 6 seconds to get that done. I don't think a whole lot of people in reality can do that in 6 seconds, so I think the timing's pretty good on that. Another thing is punching one in the nose with a jab. They're not saying, "Oh, you wound up and you really knocked it out." No, I hit it. I jabbed him with the same hand that was holding the rope, just a few inches right there, and had him just kind of face up and look at me, just like when the studs walk up and just kind of paw somebody in the nose. Some people jumped on there. You know, basically, you got a hate group of a few little people, and they're using other people like sheep, and some people are wanting some attention and whining and jumping in on a bandwagon. But they're taking things out of context and taking little short clips or pictures and just taking things for years out of context of how things happen. But it's the reality and stuff. You know, most of that stuff was not done. We just post how it is, how life is. Another thing, people got on there and they go, "Well, you know, you've created more problems. You created one that's head shy." Well, he's been handled for 12 days and stuff. I don't think he's any more head shy than any other mule that's had 12 days of riding. So I didn't create any problem and stuff. Actually, I made it to where he figures he didn't do nothing wrong. He probably figures that I ain't going to be hitting on him or nothing either. So I'd say that as far as that goes, he's probably no more head shy than any other 12-day colt. I just think he probably knows he probably ought not kick me in the balls. That might not turn out real good for him. So, you know, no doubt that upset some of you guys. And man, there's been ladies from London and Germany, or I don't know, wherever they are, just, you know, so mostly California, of course. But anyways, guys, you're getting focused on the negative. You're not seeing the positive. This mule here was for sure not going to do well in life. If he didn't get a change in attitude. Like I said, when mules go to kicking people or horses go to kicking people, people get hurt and mules get killed. That's the reality of it and stuff, because they can kick a few people and they get it known for that. They're going to go, and like I said, he was already in the loose pen. He was already headed to a bad location when I got him. His odds weren't real good, and like I said, sure enough, if he'd kicked somebody, that'd have sealed the deal. I'd say the only reason that he ended up not necessarily going was he was just too small to be of any value to some killers. I think that, and he was pretty in his color, you know, he had these pretty eyelashes, and so, you know, you always tell people don't buy for color, but I did because I thought that's the coolest eyelashes I've ever seen on a mule. So I thought I'm gonna give him a try, and I liked his mom's bloodline. So, you know, I'm liking him. He walks. I tell you what, he's 14 hands, and we've got some big ones like Joker that are 16.2, 16.3. Hershey's probably 16.1, and he will absolutely walk them in the dirt. He will carry the mail. He needs to get somewhere, and he's smooth as silk. So I'm real tickled with him. I don't really care if he goes anywhere or not goes anywhere, but I wouldn't be too worried about him. Watch all the positives. Watch how he comes along. He's had 12 days of training. He's doing outstanding, making a fine mule. Really bold out there on the trails. I mean, crosses all the ditches and creeks. At first, he didn't want to do that. We kind of pulled him across a few of them with Casino. He caught right onto it. Now, he don't wait for anybody. He don't wait for nothing. He'll be the first one across, be on the other side waiting for everybody else. So, you guys can chill out and relax on the text there. Don't worry about him too much. He's going to be just fine. So a lot of people are saying, you know, this is going to be this way and this is going to be that way, and your opinions aren't based on the facts, and you're not based on any kind of real experience. And I doubt very seriously you've dealt with it. I doubt there's a whole lot of mules out there that's been raised up in a pen of wild donkeys that's been caught. So I don't think that's a common occurrence, and I think people have to adjust to their deal, you know. So he is making a very light, very responsive mule. Like I said, what I think you guys need to do is focus on the positive, chill out a little bit. I understand that mules are tougher than you are, but you know, don't have a heart attack, don't get upset, don't cry. Just sit back and watch. If the mule don't turn out good, here's the reality. They're like, well, you shouldn't have the right to punch. What I do have the right to do is I sure couldn't sell it to nobody, because you guys would whine and cry and somebody get kicked and, oh, he got killed by a Max Bishop mule, that mule kicked. So even if I told you this mule kicked and somebody bought it and I sold it to somebody and it kicked them, I'd get to blame for it. You guys would all post it all over the internet, all over the world, obviously. So what is within my rights is if he doesn't make a nice mule and I don't get it done, what's that leave? Go right back on that kill truck now, wouldn't he? That is within my legal right. So like I said, I think you guys are pushing to what? Have it where I can't train him and make him gentle and nice like this so that he has to be killed because he's got a one-way ticket out of here. That's either he's going to be riding as a nice mule or he's going to get killed, because I sure can't sell him now, can I? And I'm sure not going to feed him for naught. So you can either leave me alone and let me make a nice mule out of him, which he's doing. He's going to be an outstanding mule. Or you're really not leaving him any options in life. So you need to think on that real carefully, because you're not leaving him much options. I think he's making an outstanding mule, and I think you need to leave him alone. Sit back, watch, and enjoy the show.